fate of 7 Beaumont School Board members and 1 superintendent tonight is in the hands of the Texas Education Agency. A deputy commissioner listened to arguments in a record review, a final chance for the district to prevent a takeover. KFDM's Justin Hinton covered the hearing. He joins us live in Austin to explain the arguments on both sides and reaction. Justin?
Well, the theme of today's hearing, Kelly, really seemed to be about time. From the district's perspective, not having enough of it to fix some of its problems, and from the TEA's perspective, well, having too much of it for some of the same problems to still be occurring from years ago, even after warning signs were presented. Now, only one person testified today. That was Dr. Lisa Dawn Fisher. She's the Associate Commissioner for School Finance for the TEA. And at one point, she and Chris Tritico with BISD, representing BISD, went toe-to-toe with the Deputy Commissioner, telling Tritico to watch your tone. Once that moment ended, he argued the district has not had enough time to make the changes. The most recent TEA report specifically came out last year, and he said that didn't provide enough time to make any changes. He also argued the process of the hearing hasn't worked in a timely fashion. He'd been requesting documentation for a while, and he said he just received some of that documentation last night. Part of that documentation included emails which listed which individuals the commissioner was considering on appointing to a board of managers. He says that that email was dated before the board was even notified that installing a board of managers was his intention. On the other hand, Dr. Dawn Fisher, she discussed the findings of the TEA investigations dealing with finance and said of its problems, many of them haven't been resolved from the previous time the TEA came in. That was in 2011. She said the district has ineffectively used its funds, has depleted its fund balance, and still has not filed its 2012-2013 school year audit. That was due in January. She also said the district never lost control of its financial accounting software when the FBI came in, meaning they should have been able to submit that information to the TEA.
This board has not been either able or willing to make the corrections in terms of development of internal controls, to require its superintendent to develop internal controls, to, literally directly address the problems that were identified in the 2011 report, the LBB 2013 report, or the report that we issued.
A decision is expected as early as next week. Now, keep in mind, the district, well, this may not be over quite yet. The district does have a pending lawsuit over the commissioner's actions, but if the commissioner's decision is upheld by that deputy commissioner, well, the board of managers would already be seated, and that during the time of that litigation. Now, we're told Commissioner Williams has already made some decisions on which community members would make up that board of managers, but again, that appointment will be made only if the deputy commissioner upholds Williams' decision. Coming up at 10, we'll have more from both sides, and also we'll hear from the TEA. Reporting live in Austin tonight, Justin Hinton, KFDM 6 News.